All right, y'all, I got a story to tell. I got a really interesting story to tell, actually. So I'm shooting hoops. So someone who's doing like pesticides for our yard, he pulls up the driveway and we start a little conversation. You know, he makes a comment. He's like, yo, you got a nice step back. I'm like, yo, I appreciate you. So we're talking a little bit. I'm giving him the time of day, you know, like I know he's on a job and I know he probably doesn't get that interaction. So I'm just making a note to make sure that like, yo, like I hear him out, see what he's got to say. And, you know, later into the conversation, he looks at me and he's like, yo, I'm about to turn 32 and I'm happy as hell. And I looked at him, I'm like, bro, I'm happy as hell too. That's great to hear, bro. Happy birthday. And he just kind of goes on to talk about, you know, his daughter. And he goes on to talk about how grateful he is just, you know, for his family and to have the life he does. This is the thing, when I talk to, you know, random people, this is like a question I usually ask because I'm always trying to learn, right? So what I asked him, I was like, yo, what would you, if you were 19, what would you do? Like, what would you tell yourself at that age? So he looks me dead in the face, bro, after I asked him this question, and he's like, yo, I should have never picked up that gun. And I was like, damn, right? Because what I realized is that's such a personal detail to tell someone. Like, I barely know this person, right? Because we've had this conversation for a couple of minutes, he feels that, you know, he can share that thing with me. And like I said, I've been open with him. I'm giving him that space. So I let him talk. And he's just like, yeah, bro, like I was just talking with my brother about this. If, you know, if I grew up in the Bronx and I was around gangs and drugs and guns and violence and all this. And, you know, I didn't really, that was just how it was, you know, like he was like, bro, I was trying to survive. And he was like, yo, when I was 19, all my friends were either in jail or dead, bro. And some of them are still there. Like they got like 25 years, 40 years. And he was just going on to say how, you know, when he grew up, how he grew up around that stuff. Like he said, like I said, like you don't really have a choice. And I'm like, yo, like it's crazy how our society only judges people for the choices that they made, but they don't ever consider the situation and circumstance that that person was put into. I'm like, yo, like, you know, I live in a really nice house. I have a family. My parents are both college graduate parents. Like, my path is inherently different than someone whose father's out the picture, or, you know, he said, you know, one of his parents is out the picture, whatever it is. And growing up around that stuff, you know, being poor and being around, and that's all you see. And it's just like, what was so crazy to me is like, dude, like this guy, I don't even know him, but I do know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know him, and I just let him talk, bro. And I'm like, damn, like, why can't I just connect with you? Like, why can't I make your day better? Why can't I learn something from you? Why can't you learn something from me? Like, why can't we have, like, why is that abnormal? And it was just a crazy conversation, because then he's like, it puts it into perspective, because he's like, yo, like the job I'm working right now and doing what I'm doing is much better than someone telling me, you know, to get up and go eat. For people who aren't even in that position, my like criteria for being happy is so much more different than that. It's so much, you know what I'm saying? It's not that, because I haven't been exposed to that. So it's like, I need to have this and da-da-da. Like that's the typical perspective that someone in my position would have. But he has a perspective of like, yo, I seen people around me my age dead or in jail. So I'm grateful. I have a family, bro. I'm living, I'm happy, I'm content. And that sort of gratitude really hit me. I'm just like, damn, like I really live in a bubble. And like you guys watching probably, you know, feel that way too. It's like, bro, like this shit is real out here. And just the way he spoke about his daughter and his life was just it really hit home for me. People in my neighborhood who live in these type of houses, bro, these nice ass houses, would really look at someone like that and judge them. Oh, they did this, so they are that. He's like, bro, I was trying to survive. Like, I'm like, damn, like it's a whole different world. It's really a whole different world if you grow up in that life. And that's what I told him. I'm like, yo, like I couldn't tell you I wouldn't have done, I could not tell you I wouldn't have done the same shit if I were in your position. And I'm like, yo, if you grew up where I grew up, you know, it wouldn't be like that. You wouldn't be in that shit. It would be different. Like, bro, if you're watching this, like I'm saying this just because I think it's an interesting topic, and I think like a lot of people would learn from it. But obviously, I'm not trying to blow your spot up. Like, that is not my point. But he was saying, yo, one of his friends, you know, really sold drugs just to put his kids through college. And he's like, yo, like he's not buying stupid shit. Like, he's not buying jewelry. He's not buying clothes. He's actually trying to help his family. And then my thought, I'm like, yo, like, okay, so what? Would I not want him to put his kids through college? Would I rather him not do that? I'm like, yo, he's doing that shit for good. And it's that stigma, bro. It's that stigma of like, we think that everyone who's doing that is like doing it just because they're selfish and like want to, you know what I'm saying? But bro, they're putting their family in a better position. They're doing what they can with what they have. So basically I ended up giving him my YouTube channel, and I wrote him a little note. I'm like, yo, happy birthday, bro. Like, So he really appreciated that, and like it was a real heartfelt you know, encounter. And at the end, like we really dapped each other up. I'm like, bro, like I really appreciate you telling me that, you know, and I'm really listening to you. And you know, he was very grateful for that chance that I gave him. I could tell, because I know that on those kinds of jobs, like people really don't care. So moral of the story is just like, you know, if you see someone and you have an encounter, like it could be someone at the grocery store, it could be someone at the gas station, you know, it's like, bro, like show them you care, bro, and give them the time of day to let themselves articulate what they got to say. Because a lot of people are walking around with trauma and damage and whatever, psychological damage, that, you know, all they need is someone to listen, bro. Like just because their skin color is different, their age is different, their gender's different, whatever, bro, we're all the same at the end of the day. It made me feel good knowing that I gave him an opportunity to let himself out a little bit, you know, to share himself a little bit, because I feel like I'm a better individual for listening to him speak. You know, he's touching lives that he doesn't really even know. That's the reason why I come on here and talk, because I don't know who I'm gonna impact. And you don't know either, bro. You don't know how your good energy can really impact someone. Like, for example, there's someone at the gas station I know was walking up with a limp. And, you know, I talked to him like, yo, how's your leg, bro? Like, you know, you all right? And then he, now, like, I care about him, bro. He's not just someone pumping my gas. That's a human being. Like, just because rich people and, you know, people who don't care, like, just treat someone as not human, that's our problem, bro. Every individual deserves to be treated that way. So I asked him, like, yo, like, you know, how's your leg, bro? Oh, I was playing soccer with my son. Bro, that person's not just pumping my gas. That's a father trying to supply for his family, you know? And he's like, oh, I was playing soccer and, you know, I hurt my ankle. And I'm like, yo, man, I hope you're doing okay with that, you know? And he really appreciated that. Because imagine that, bro, like you're pumping gas, you're out there all day, and you know, some kid just comes up to you and actually cares about you, bro. Like that could make all the difference in the world. I don't know how he's, because now his mood's changed. I don't know how he's gonna treat his family now. Maybe he's a better individual for that. I don't know. So then every time I go back there, you know, I'm like, yo, how you doing? And I actually have like it's not just, it's an encounter, bro. It's not just, you know, me asking to get my gas pumped. It's like, yo, like, I appreciate you, I'm checking in. And, bro, like, and he's like, hey, buddy. He calls me buddy every time, but it's cool. Like, I look forward to it. When I see him there, I'm like, yo, like, cool. You know, and it's these little things, bro. So it's an opportunity. It really is an opportunity for you. When you have the opportunity to talk to someone, don't just go on your phone, bro. Be human. Be human. You're not a robot, you know, and treat people as humans. Because if you're open-minded and you're talking to someone without judging them, like when he's talking to me about his life, I'm not sitting here like, oh, like he's this, he's that. No, bro, he's not. He's an individual who made choices with the situation that he had. And I'm listening to him for the purpose of empathizing and for the purpose of trying to learn for myself. I'm not here to judge you, bro. I'm not here to criticize you. That's not my point. That's not my place. How could I possibly criticize you for a situation that I've never and probably never will be put in? That makes no sense. So you gotta be open, bro. You gotta be open to if you wanna, like, bro, I've really learned a lot from other people. Like, there are a lot of other random encounters I could think of that I really got something out of. And it brightens up your day, bro. It brightens up your day because you didn't just make a trip to the doctor. You didn't just, you know, go to the grocery store. You connected with someone. You made the world a better place. It sounds corny, bro, but if you're spreading peace, love, and positivity, bro, and you're open-minded, you're letting someone air themselves out a little bit. Like, you're like a free therapist, bro. You're going out, letting them vent a little bit, whatever they're talking about, whatever's in their life. People want to talk about their life, bro. So just listen. And then you can throw in whatever you want to throw in about yourself, you know, when it applies or whatever. But the purpose is to help other people, be selfless. And you'll come to find that the appreciation that they give you, and just even the fact that you know that you help them, will be enough for you, bro. It'll be like, damn, like, I really did my part. And that's what it's about, bro. So, bro, so like I said, I gave him my note for the YouTube channel. So, bro, if you're watching this, I'm really about to put this out in like an hour. I'm about to chop this up. But, bro, like, I really did appreciate that. And I hope your daughter's well, bro. I hope you had an awesome I hope you are going to have an awesome birthday, bro. I hope your daughter's well. And I got a lot out of that. So, and bro, when you get the chance to talk to someone, do the same, bro. Spread it on. Spread the love. that's really the point of the story. I hope y'all really enjoyed, bro. I hope you guys, you know, like, comment, sub. Drop a comment if you feel like you've had something, you know, like a similar encounter or something like that. But bro, let's get up and spread some love today, bro. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that, you know. And I'm about to do a Christmas or 500 sub giveaway, whichever's first. You know, I'm about to give some books away. So, you know, like I said, bro, it's the spirit of giving. Hope you guys enjoy, bro. I'm out. Peace.